everybody, I want to introduce you to my backyard DIY garden. Here you'll see that I'm starting beets from seed, and this is the result so far. Also in my garden I have spinach, lots of spinach. What you see here though, however, it's been a bit warm, so this is called flowering, I believe. I forget the formal name, but it's still, the spinach is still really good to eat. It's just the weather's warming up. And back here you'll see this is cauliflower, also grown from seed. They're doing really well. Although the seeds were planted at the same time, as you can see, they seem to be in different stages, but that's good because when I harvest one, that means I'll have more to harvest later. Just starting to grow kale here in this area, so you can see very small kale plants, but as they get larger I will break them up, separate them so they have lots of room to grow, but right now they're just little seeds turning into seedlings. All right, what you see here, these are collard greens, really good collard greens, and this is the original plant. However, I have harvested some of the collard greens off, but you can see they're starting to grow back again. You can see the leaves growing back, some of the plants that I cut back. And I believe you can harvest collard greens about 3 times. Same thing with the spinach. You can harvest at least 3 times from one plant. Here's some additional collard greens up here. And then these are turnips. Just grew these from seeds as well. So I'm going to have to transplant them from here because turnips need about at least 8 inches depth to growth, but I'm going to try to plant them in something that goes up to 12 inches. So in this container, homemade container, we'll talk about that in a minute, broccoli. This broccoli plants were brought from the store. They probably were just a couple of inches tall when I bought them, but you can see the crowns already growing. When I first started to grow the broccoli, I saw just the one crown and I was concerned. It's like, where's the rest of them? But it takes time for additional crowns to grow. Just a tidbit of information. Here's some of the turnips that I've planted, transplanted already. Some of them are going to make it and some not, but that's okay, because when I take them from the other area that I showed you previously and plant them over here, if some don't make it, I have more to transplant. So about this container, this is just a homemade container that we picked up from the wood from Home Depot, and it's just scrap wood. Some Home Depots sell the scrap wood, some do not, and then we also have scrap wood in our backyard like you can see here, and we just make them into a box together to form the box, and then I just stapled the plastic in and dump soil. That's how easy it is. And again, I don't care about the shape. It's more so about the width and the depth and such that I want, but it doesn't even have to be perfectly squared. And back here you'll see tomato plants. These are also store-bought tomato plants. I've tried growing tomato plants from seeds in the past and it worked out just fine, but bought these from the local grocery outlet store for about $3, and they were tiny plants as well, but you can see they're growing. Here you'll find green beans. Actually see one sprouting right here, so that's really cool. This is my first time actually trying to grow green beans, so we'll see how that turns out. And as we move this way, there's more green bean plants, and you can see the white where the plants, the green beans are starting to form. Okay. Few strawberry plants here. Haven't been very successful in growing strawberries, but I just keep trying year over year, but looks like there's going to be some strawberries there. And then just another green bean plant. Okay, here you see beets, and earlier in the video you saw beets in a different container, but these are the ones I transplanted. Lots of them are catching on and doing nicely. A few of them have died. Again, like I said earlier, I can always transplant more. Here are my carrots. These are all started from seeds, and you can see also, although they were started at the same time, some are in different stages, but that's carrots. And so I'm excited to try new things in my garden, and I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.